OTF jam, bitch. The fans is like, yo, who's in the court? Point to every single person that took part in the unaliving of Luau. Durk, Didi pointed them niggas out. I'm like, whoa, straight out the rip. I mean, he went in there with no lube, bro.
I don't even ask when it come to cash, they catch a glass. Jam, get at that jam, I give him 50 and gotta ask. He was catching murders way back then, that's when the max was in. I don't drink that red or that green, bring back that act again. Fuck her then, she told me that she hate me, now she back again. And you still alive, you better be lucky, ain't no trap again. Hate they ass so much, we dig them up and tell them that again. I can hit that club all by myself, long as my strap is in. Niggas told me auto, rappers pussy ain't no rap again. They told them what type of car was in, I had to go get it wrapped again. Said when I get on it, ain't no more thoughts, we fucking act. Bitch, you know we now, we fucking thotties on the map. Hey, pop out like a ghost, they like prison, boy, he back again. If a body move and I spin back again, clap again. I be in the noise with a chopper like I'm so slim. Oh, block on my brothers, but 300, that's my wardy now. Don't be my fucking partners. I be moving through this bitch, ain't worried about no irons. I'm a fucking shot, and I'm jetting like a roster. I've been running up that bag, I've been chopping out that charger. For no screaming, get back, you know I'm with that. Long live babe, but Roy can't forget. Hey, Project Baby 6-4 shot, got it on my back. Chop a bullet, make a somersault and put him on his back. Ain't tryna squash no beef, there's no beef. We into it till you die. Real street, nigga. At your funeral wall, might just slide. Rest in peace, nigga. Shoot a man, buddy, that's all.
Grape Street, nigga. I'm from the nigga. You get beat, nigga. That's me.
I don't even ask when it come to cash, they catch a glass. Jam, get at that jam, I give him 50 and gotta ask.
Time he was playing the Durk face, bro. I'm in there, bro. Check this out, man. Straight off the bat, OTF jam, bitch. The fans is like, yo, who's in the court? Point to every single person that took part in the unaliving of Luau. Durk, Didi pointed them niggas out. I'm like, whoa, straight out the rip. I mean, he went in there with no lube, bro. And then right now, what he's doing is he's just slow walking it. The last thing we heard is that Durk and them was down in Miami, right? And then OTF Jam seen one of Tory Lane's artists with jury and stuff and went to Durk and said, hey man, I ain't got no jury, man, I'm gonna rob this nigga. And Durk was like, yeah man, that right there is the OTF Jam that I've been waiting for. So basically, it seems like Durk was grooming him to be his hitter. And also from the looks of it is, OTF Jam, when he went to prison for 10 years, he had already caught a body. And when he got out of prison, they came back to him and was like, we know you caught that body. Ain't no jurisdiction on unaliving, right? And so he was actually a federal agent against Durk while he was still locked up and got out playing his role, bro. This is exactly why he ain't named in this indictment. He's the third shooter, bro. The whole time he was switching up. The whole time he was playing the Durk face, bro. I'm in there, bro.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, folks. Yo, this is what we got. So many things developing and circulating that surrounds the little Durk case. You know, with the death of Lil Pab. That's the cousin of Rondo Quando. Yeah, I love Rondo Quando vibes. You know what I mean? His music is not so much. I'm not so much a fan of Rondo Quando's music, but I like his swag, his energy. I think he's a very cool, down to earth article type of guy. You know what I mean? Yeah, Quando Rondo. However, I'm a Durk MFKR. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll be riding for Durk from like years ago. Like before Vaughn and before the Pooh Shiesty. But I wasn't so much a big fan of Durk's music until Vaughn came along. You know what I mean? And as time passes by, I appreciated Durk's music more and more. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Yeah, but we are hoping and we're keeping a positive mindset that, and the strong belief that Dirk will be free. And with all the signs of the universe I'm seeing, Dirk is likely to be free. I still got that strong natural feeling. I'm not much so worried. I'm just feeling sad about what his dad is going through, Dirk's dad, and all his supporters. I know a lot of people believe that he is guilty, and that is just most people. They believe once you're accused of doing something, you're guilty. This can be a To me, this look like a case where these niggas, man, these sellouts, these black motherfucking sellout, like OTF Jam, this rat ass MFKR, MFKNG, these motherfuckers, man, these black motherfuckers, house slave, these proud slave, right? When you get caught as a gangster, man, and you're gonna suck dick for the cops or for some pigs, then you do that by yourself, man. Don't try to bring little Dirk in your dick sucking shit, man. You know what I'm saying? OTF Jam, he should get he should get his brains busted, man. That big head of his needs to feel some pain, bro. Because this is an evil way to go. And this MFKR, he looks like he is just doing this as a favor for the corrupt pigs and prosecutor who be prosecuting or trying to prosecute little Dirk and try to, have him found guilty. Because these mob because don't care if you're guilty or not, that are normal, that we have pressing the same prosecuting pigs that be pressing OTF Jam. A lot of times these people just want the bigger guy, the so-called bigger fish to fry, you know what I'm saying? So they would want Dirk. And that is the thing. Like, if I'm Vibes Cartel, right? And my friends or my guys are guilty of some crime, right? Then this is how the American feds work. They just want these MFKR who are friends of Vibes Cartel to just snitch on Vibes Cartel or to paint some false narrative against Vibes Cartel so they can bring him down. Because it's a part of the racist agenda, the core racist energy and the core racist entity that breeds in the system that cause all these great career and profession. That entity caused these trusted and professions to be targeting black people. You know what I mean? Professions and people with career who should be, who the public depends on, to trust and to uphold the law. They're the ones who are, targeting blacks unfairly, unlawfully, and it just goes to show that, there's some hidden agenda, but we all know their agenda, you know what I mean? To emasculate the black man and destroy the black family and keep us all down, binded against their supremacy. You know what I'm saying? But we're the superior ones. We are, not VR troopers. You know what I'm saying? We are black people. Now, I'm going to get into this. Won't waste any much more of your time. Now, this post is from Rimo and Rimo HG or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So the post caption saying, "Man claims OTF Jam pointed at Lil Durk and Day Day or Didi when asked who had involvement in Lil Pab's MURDR." Now, when it says man claim up here, right? This is the man that it's talking about. And OTF Jam, for those who don't know, this is OTF Jam. He needs to get his head separate from his necklace and have him blood decorate on some fence quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I believe that this may be Day Day or DD, and this is Dirk here. Oh my goodness. And this is such a serious act. This is a critical move by the ones who are doing the accusing. You know what I'm saying? The side who accuses Lil Durk of being involved in Lil Pab's murder. And these prosecutors, they don't care about the life of Lil Pab. They just care about bringing down the successful black guy, okay? And OTF Jam is the main nemesis who's trying to, sink the main protagonist. You know what I'm saying? So let's read more into this before we play the video, okay? Down below here, where it says that man who was in trial says he saw or seen, right? OTF Jam pointed at Lil Durk and Day Day when he was asked who was involved in the Lil Pab hit. Man, this is crazy, but I'm not scared, and I'm not giving into this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times in court, people go as far as doing these things what OTF Jam have been up to. And this ain't no surprise to us. We knew that OTF Jam was wearing a wire and was trying to set up Lil Durk, and we seen it fully came to fruition where they had caught Lil Durk and arrested him. All, you know, it was just so fast when the internet was exposing OTF Jam wearing his wire. Everything just happened so suddenly. And, it came as no surprise. So I'm going to play this video for y'all to hear what OTF Jam had done in court. You know what I'm saying? And this is a guy, for those who don't know, okay? OTF Jam here in the orange jailbird suit. He got so much money from Lil Durk, right? When he came out of prison, just as Durk would look out for his friend and gave him like 50K, and Durk had bought him a car or something like that. And this nigga really took all that from Lil Durk while he knew what he was about and up to. These mother effing cock should get their brain busted, man. No cap, no joking that.
OTF Jam snitch. The fans is like, yo, who's in the court? Point to every single person that took part in the unaliving of Lil Pab. Durk, Didi pointed them niggas out. I'm like, whoa, straight out the rip. I mean, he went in there with no lube, bro.
He went in there with no lube. He butt in their asses, man. That's some gay shit that OTF Jam be going on with, man. He be fucking them guys over. The same guys who made sure he's fed. The same guys who he was raised with. And damn, I told you I hate most of these tough bald-headed black niggas, man. They always do some dumb shit, man. And it's not all of them bald-headed big dudes, but most of them, they are pussies, dog. Oh my goodness, this is so sickening. But free Lil Durk, he shall be free, man, and serve just merely a small amount of time. We see in Charleston White claiming that Lil Durk is getting nowhere less than 15 to 20 years, but he'll and should be ashamed of himself and will be ashamed when Durk date will be announced or sentence, whatever. He'll be free, and hopefully he just serve a minimum of, just he has done enough time in that cell, all right? And they can't do him like YW and Melly, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so let's go.
And then right now, what he's doing is he's just slow walking it. The last thing we heard is that Durk and them was down in Miami, right? And then OTF Jam seen one of Tory Lane's artists with jury and stuff and went to Durk and said, hey man, I ain't got no jury, man, I'm gonna rob this nigga.
Now, if this story is true with Tory Lanez, oh my goodness, then that will it could influence the jury, to believe that Durk is this terrorist type of threat, in society. But hopefully there's nothing to solidify all this nonsense that OTF Jam been claiming and saying. You know what I'm saying?
And Durk was like, yeah, man, that right there is the OTF Jam that I've been waiting for. So basically, it seems like Durk was grooming him to be his hitter. And also, from the looks of it, is OTF Jam, when he went to prison for 10 years, he had already caught a body.
Okay, so the fact that he's saying that Durk was grooming OTF Jam to become his main hitter, then that is just nonsense. That is what made me see through some of these BS that they got Durk jammed for because of OTF Jam. You know what I'm saying? Now, they can't prove no shit like that, saying OTF Jam was being groomed to become Lil Durk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, musician, they're always around killers. Bob Marley was around killers, man. Many of them. So y'all need to cut the crap, and that is what y'all need to be telling the you know, the judge, the jury in the courthouse. And um, shout out to Durk's lawyer, you know what I'm saying? His attorney, his representative, and other legal team. They've been doing a great job, you know, and it's not hard. You know, you just want a little sense of intelligence. And if you're watching my channel, you'll learn a lot and know how to defend yourself against evil people because they know not what they have done a lot of time. There's a lot of loophole in evil people attack. There's only like a rare few amount of evil people that are very sharp mentally, right? Who has the skill to do things correctly and precisely and accurately. And those are the evil people that are the main threat to society. You know, evil people like OTF Jam and these stupid prosecutors, they always be accusing people wrongfully and accusing people with a whole bunch of loopholes in their thing. So once you get a good lawyer, they will see through those loopholes and point them out. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even need a good lawyer, but there's just a very few amount of people like myself who are able to see through the lies many evil people told and tell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and they'll sell these lies to you too. You know what I'm saying? So we got more to bring to you. Watch this.
And when he got out of prison, they came back to him and was like, "We know you caught that body. Ain't no jurisdiction on unalivement, right?" Yes. And so he was actually a federal agent against Durk while he was still locked up and got out.
So what he's saying here is that the fact that OTF Jam was jammed in the jammer, right, for a body, these American feds, they used him, right? Because that is what they do. They give you a chance to bring down the bigger fish, you know, and because OTF Jam had access to Lil Durk, who is a mega star, then these imbecile and oh my goodness, authorities, right? They're going to want them type of group leaders. You know what I'm saying? So don't be all, you know, don't give in to all this scare tactics and plot that they're up to. You know what I'm saying? Free Lil Durk, man, and free Pooh Shiesty forever.
Playing his role, bro. This is exactly why he ain't named in this indictment. He's the third shooter, bro. The whole time he was switching up.
The whole time. OTF Jam is being used, right? And he made some agreement with the feds to sell out Lil Durk so he could get lesser time, you know? And he better be free. And hopefully Lil Durk beat the case and is free from all these problems. But OTF Jam, he ain't gonna have no peace. You know what I'm saying?
Time he was playing in Durk face, bro. I'm in there, bro. Check this out, man. Straight off the bat, OTF Jam snitch. The feds is like, yo, who's in the court? Point to every single person that took part in the unaliving of Lupao. Durk, Didi pointed them niggas out. I'm like, whoa, straight off the rip. I mean, he went in there with no lube, bro. And then right now, what he's doing is he's just slow walking it. The last thing we heard is that Durk and them was down in Miami, right? And then OTF Jam seen one of Tory Lane's artists with jury and stuff and went to Durk and said, "Hey man, I ain't got no jury, man. I'm gonna rob this nigga." And Durk was like, "Yeah, man, that right there is the OTF Jam that I've been waiting for." So basically, it seems like Durk was grooming him to be his hitter. And also, from the looks of it, is OTF Jam, when he went to prison for 10 years, he had already caught a body. And when he got out of prison, they came back to him and was like, "We know you caught that body. Ain't no jurisdiction on unalivement, right?" And so he was actually a federal agent against Durk while he was still locked up and got out playing his role, bro. This is exactly why he ain't named in this indictment. He's the third shooter, bro. The
Yeah, like when Brick Baby got arrested, this is similar to what they had done. They had never named one of the co-conspirator of the whole Little Dirk um Rico case. So they have been trying to come up with all these things against Lil Durk, man. And Brick Baby is he been talking a lot on his podcast with Adam 22, and a lot of things have been said that have have I guess caught the attention of the feds and had them like all excited, thinking that they had something solid from all the things that were being said by all the affiliates of Lil Durk. Now we're gonna show you something else. Oh,
Man said, I don't even ask when it come to cash, they catch glasses said, Jam, get at that gym, I give him 50 and gotta ask again. He was
damn.
catching murders way back then, that's when the max was in. I don't drink that red or that green, bring back that act again. Fuck the dish, she told me that she hate me, now she back again. And you still alive, you better be lucky, ain't no traffic again. Hate they ass so much, we dig them up and tell them that again. I can hit that club all by myself, long as my strap is in. Niggas told me all the rappers, pussy ain't no rap again. They told him what type of car was in, I had to go get it wrapped again. Said when I get on, ain't no more thoughts, we fucking actors. Bitch, you know we lying, we fucking thought these on the mattress. Hey, pop out like a ghost, they like pressure, boy, he back again. If a body move and I spin back, he can't clap again. I be in the noise with a chopper like I'm so slim. Oh, block to my brothers, but 300 is my warden now. Don't be my fucking partners. I be moving through this bitch, ain't worried about no iris. I'm a fucking shot, and I'm jetting like a rocket. I been running up that bag, I been chopping out that charge. For the screaming, get back, you know I'm with that. Long live, big butchy Roy, can't forget hey. Project baby, 6'4" shot, got it on my back. Chop a bullet, make a somersault, and put him on his back. Ain't tryna squash no beef, there's no beef with me. Do it till you die. Real street niggas, at your funeral, I might just slide. Rest in peace, nigga. Shoot up there, buddy, that's outside. Feel this out there.
Grape Street, nigga. I'm from the heat, nigga. You get beat, nigga. That's me.
I don't even ask when it come to cash, they catch glasses. Jam, get at that jam, I give him 50 and gotta ask.
See, he said jam, OTF jam that we were talking about. Got out the jam, got out the cell. OTF jam got out the cell, and Lil Durk gave him a 50K and a car to get back again, mean to get back his life in order. You know what I'm saying? Not to get back in prison, but that boy sold out Lil Durk. Now look what they're saying here. That this post is from Strictly for Trap and Trunks, okay? Now I had took a couple posts from this in my blog from their, page. And the song is done by King Von, Prince Dre, Back Again, featuring Lil Durk, yo, Schmirky, yo. Yeah, so the post read that Traplo Ross accuses Brian Steele of making multiple false claims during cross-examination. Now, Brian Steele is the attorney defending and representing Lil Durk, the rapper in the middle here. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, Lil Durk right here, bro. He's a superstar, megastar. And this here is Traplo Ross, who had decided to get up from inside of his house in England, London, England, and start reporting about drill rappers and drill music. He started out with the drill rappers in Chicago, like her Lil Durk here, G Herbo, or King Von. King Von is what I believe had struck Traplo Ross, the British vlogger here. And now he's in America covering Lil Durk case from inside of his home in the UK to now being very close to Durk. He had made it on all the popular podcasts there in America. He has been flown out from the UK to, to work with and collaborate with other American podcaster. That is how big our boy Traplo Ross here had became from covering black people, music, crime, and lifestyle, and community, right? And it doesn't sit well with a lot of us black folks, what I'm saying, what Trap Law Ross is doing, especially now seeing his end game, trying to sink Lil Durk, where we thought he had loved these rappers, what I'm saying? And we thought that he overstood the life and the environment that they were born in. They never selected this. They were never born with gold spoon being fed in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? So we thought that Trap Ross had some level of understanding when it comes to these drill rappers and hood niggas. You know what I'm saying? But apparently he isn't. He doesn't understand crap. He's not for the betterment of them. He rides the wave from their lifestyle. He gains success from speaking about our life. You know what I'm saying? And what we've been through. And now he is actually selling out Lil Durk. He's been doing a lot of clown stuff, shady stuff like this that we're covering here, okay? That we're exposing. Trap Law Ross seems no different from the other known feds like DJ Vlad and Adam 22. And now Trap Law Ross has worked his way up there too, you know? So, with that said, let's read into this. So it said Trap Law Ross, right? This is Trap Law Ross post from, I would believe it's either X, Twitter, or Instagram, okay? So Trap Law Ross posted saying Brian Steele, who is known to be Lil Durk lawyer, representative, legal team member, okay? This is him right here, Brian Steele, very skilled and knowledgeable attorney, and is saying that Brian Steele just told multiple lies during cross-examination. Let's see. Okay, hold up, guys. Okay, yeah, guys, let's go. So he said that Brian Steele just told multiple lies during cross-examination. So Trap Law Ross claiming that Brian Steele, who is Lil Durk lawyer, so the vlogger is claiming that Brian Steele, who is Lil Durk lawyer, claimed that Rondo Quando anointed Lil Tim as King Tim after unaliving King Von. Okay? So they're saying, Trap Law Ross is saying that is false, right? He's saying, the vlogger is saying that it was not Quando Rondo named Lil Tim, King Tim, after unaliving King Von, right? So, Trap Law Ross is saying that Lil Durk lawyer lied there, right? Saying this is false. And this was a random Savannah rapper who did this. So, the vlogger here, Trap Law Ross, is claiming that it was a rapper from Savannah there in America who named Lil Tim King Tim after Lil Tim unalive King Von. And I know quite a few of my Jamaican viewers and supporters are aware and, fully acknowledge and recognize King Von's success and all that had went down. You know what I'm saying? So the FBI agent, okay, on stand, there was an FBI agent on stand who Brian Steele was cross-examining. Okay, so the FBI agent on stand insanely agreed with the lies, right? So the vlogger, Trap Law Ross, is saying that the FBI agent who was being cross-examined by Lil Durk lawyer, right? That FBI agent agreed that Lil Tim was named King Tim by Quando Rondo. Now, just to inform those who don't know, Quando Rondo was the guy who King Von had went into a fight with the night when King Von had died. It was King Von who had attacked Quando Rondo, right? And King Von was sleeping in his vehicle outside of the club, right? And King Von friends and other associates had seen Quando Rondo pulled up, so they decided to wake up King Von to let him know that one of his ops was there. And the funniest thing, Quando Rondo and King Von was close friends. Well, as I said, it's always friends turning enemies, and your most serious of enemy won't be a stranger. It will more likely be a friend, who knows your secret. And that is why the war with friends who become enemies is so serious, because they know where you live, they know these things, and it pisses you off. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so far, right, they're saying that the FBI agent agreed with the um statement that Lil Durk lawyer had made about Quando Rondo naming his right hand man, Little Tim, because Little Tim is Quando Rondo right hand man, who was there the night when King Von had attacked Quando Rondo. So Quando Rondo right hand man, Little Tim, had shot King Von for attacking his boss, who is Quando Rondo, right? And Lil Tim got shot that night when King Von had died, because King Von friends or police that was there had shot Lil Tim. That is what is being said, or what have been said, okay, or some of the things that have been said. So let's continue. So they're saying that the FBI agent also said multiple times Lil Tim murdered King Von, which Traplow Ross, the vlogger from the UK, is saying false. The murder charge were dropped and the killing considered self-defense. So they're saying that the FBI agent shouldn't say that Lil Tim murdered King Von, because it was self-defense. King Von was attacking Quando Rondo. But I don't think, what I mean, like that should be self-defense. But I guess that is what I'm telling you. These people don't really care about any of the hood niggas. But when they want to bring down someone like Durk, right? Quando Rondo and Lil Tim is not on the level like Lil Durk. That is why they never seek to bring down Quando Rondo and Lil Tim the way they seek to bring down Lil Durk. When King Von was killed, there was no serious accusation and prosecution being brought against Quando Rondo and Lil Tim for killing King Von. But and King Von life is more meaningful than Lil Pab, who they are accusing Lil Durk of unaliving. No one really checked or knew Lil Pab the way they do when it comes to King Von. So that is how you use intelligence to see into these people corruption. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, they're saying bet everyone's so concerned about factual reporting. Won't repost that today though. Okay, so Traplow Ross is saying bet everyone so concerned about factual reporting won't repost that today. So he's saying, the vlogger here, Traplow Ross, right, from the UK, is saying that the fact that he called out Durk lawyer here, calling him a liar or calling him out for the false statement, right? Because the UK vlogger here calling out Durk lawyer here for his false statement, right? And because Durk has the support of the majority of masses, the vlogger from UK is saying that people gonna be biased and not repost or not, sharing this or seek to care much about the false statement that Little Durk lawyer here, Brian Steele, had made. So he's saying that we're gonna be biased. But he should have been biased because he got rich from reporting about these rappers. And now he's the one who wants to bring down these rappers for the fucking state and feds. Like, Traplow Ross, I hope you get what is coming, man. Trust me, I always try to help to defend Trap Law Ross, but this is some new level of fuckery that he's up to. You know what I'm saying? I swear, man. I swear, man. Let's see. Yeah, this is the same thing, man. Trap Law Ross called out Durk attorney Brian Steele over his statement made while cross-examining. Yeah, man, it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So,
All the rappers pussy ain't no rap again. They told him what type of car was in, I had to go get it rap again. Said when I get on, ain't no more thoughts, we fucking actors. Bitch, you know we loud, we fucking thotties on the mattress. Pop out like a ghost, they like pressure, boy, he back again. If a body moving, I swing back again, clap again. I be in the noise with a chopper like I'm so slim. Oh, black on my brothers, but 300, that's my wardy now. Don't be my fucking partners. I be moving through this bitch, ain't very about no iris. I know I'm a fucking shotter, and I'm jutting like a roster. I been running up that bag, I been chopping out that charger. Oh, no screaming, get back. You know I'm with that. Long live baby, pussy, Roy can't forget hack. Caught that baby 6'4" shot, got it on my back. Chop a bullet, make him somersault and put him on his back. Ain't tryna squash no beef, nigga. Beef me into it till you die. Real street nigga. At your funeral, I might just sign. Rest in peace, nigga. Shoot a man, buddy, that's outside. Whiskey feel this. I bet Whiskey.
yeah, and Trap Law Ross, he was one of the first one to had came out yesterday talking about telling the world that Lil Durk snitch on OTF Vani, which OTF Vani is the one snitching. He the one doing all the snitching. Just like in the YSL Rico case, right? Where all of Young Thug friends came against him. It's the same thing we're seeing here. Hopefully Dirk gets another chance like Young Thug from all the lies and accusation and these friends, dogs eating dog type of character being displayed. You know what I'm saying? Now these rappers need to be careful about the friends and the people they feed and fed and keep and look out for. You know what I'm saying? They need people like me around them. People like Gaza Nation who support Vibes Cartel. We loyal. You know what I'm saying? We still got quite a few unloyal and fake ass MFKR supporters who be switching sides. You know, but we ride till the wheel fall off. You heard? We ride till we die, and in the afterlife, we ride together, man. There's never a change. We are not like the weather, man. We don't change. We support for life. Yeah, that's Gaza Nation. So